Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm Johanna and welcome to my cozy book space. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my November TBR. I don't have that large of a TBR. I feel like for November and December, they're going to be smaller TBRs because I'm really in the mood to finish series as well as read whatever I want. But these are some books that are on my November TBR. They're giving me fall cozy vibes. There's dark academia, there's dark romance. So I'm super excited, so let's get right into it. So I had this cute little purple basket and I just put all my TBR in here because I didn't really have anywhere else to put it. But first off, I will talk about this just because there are a couple new releases that I do want to get to. I guess first one being Bound to the Vampire Prince by Charlotte Swan. I know this one comes out in November. I can't remember exactly what date. I will definitely be reading that just because I do love Charlotte Swan's monster romance. But other than that, a new release that came out was Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I did end up pre-ordering this. I did get the black sprayed edges, which is just so iconic. But this is a new release and I haven't read the first book, so of course Fourth Wing is on my TBR for November as well. I am planning on reading these two books for a reading vlog. We'll see. I haven't gotten that far into Fourth Wing. I am wanting to tab it. I'm only on chapter 4, so I'm not that far into it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to fit both books into the reading vlog, but that's the plan. Either way, we'll have a reading vlog for Fourth Wing. And like I said, I'm on chapter 4, but I am intrigued. I am loving it. I am loving the characters. And Iron Flame will also be on my TBR because the Cliffy at Fourth Wing I've heard is crazy, so I know that I will want to jump right into Iron Flame. Other than that, there are a couple of dark academia books that I want to get to in November. November just gives me those vibes. First one being Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This book has been on my physical TBR for a long time, and I think I've just been waiting for the vibes, you know, and I think I'm ready for it. Plus I know there is a second book to this, so if I really love it, I'll jump right into the second one. I know my friend Tori really likes this book, so I'm really excited to get to it. And I do have the audiobook, which I kind of want to listen to the audiobook and follow along. I do love this cover and I've heard nothing but great things about this one. Next one I want to read is Gothicana by Runix. I have yet to read anything by Runix, but I've heard nothing but amazing things, and this is her dark academia book. I believe there's like a mystery in here. It's a student teacher dark romance, and I feel like once I dive into Ninth House, that's a completely different vibe. I'm pretty sure reading this after is like also a different vibe, so it won't put me into too much of a slump. I've just been wanting to read this for the longest time. This is a lot of people's favorite. After I read Gothicana, I'm gonna want to read this book right here, and this is why I'm reading Gothicana in between these two books. But I'm talking about The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This is a dark academia book as well. Secrets, betrayal, seduction, power. Welcome to the Alexandrian Society. It just sounds so good, and I own a lot of Olivia Blake's backlist, and I have yet to read a single one of her books, and I believe this is the first one that I ever bought from her. I just need to get to it, and I think November is the month for it. Speaking of a book that I have multiple copies of that I have owned for a minute, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This, the themes, the atmosphere of it all, the vibes, I feel like they're just perfect for November. Once the leaves started falling, the weather got colder, I've been wanting to read this book. I have sectioned it out. I am just ready. I have the audiobook. I think I want to listen to the audiobook and follow along. I just really want to read this. This is top priority. If I read one book out of this TBR in November, it's this book. It's this one. So I'm really hoping that I love it. Let me know if you guys have read it down below in the comments and what you rated it, but I'm just so excited. The next couple of ones I have here are just for the vibes, you know? So I have Mercy by Deborah Anastasia. I've heard great things about this book, and I did buy this book on an impulse when I was at Polycon, so it is signed. It's just a special copy, and I believe he is a stalker. I believe the heroine like saves him one time and he instantly attaches to her, proceeds to stalk her, but like he's covered in tattoos. Like, he's a skeleton tattooed man, and you can tell like in the back as well. I didn't know that he was on the bag until recently. That's so crazy. And I thought the whole skeleton tattoo thing would freak me out, but I mean, he looks hot in the bag. Like, I'm intrigued. It's gonna be a little bit dark. I just think I'm gonna love it. I'm really into dark romance as well for November and like December. I don't know why. And then as for continuing series, which is, I don't have many series. Like, I think this is the only one like physical book here that I have. I have started a lot of series. I have a lot of series started. I do want to film a video of all the series that I did start, so stay tuned for that video. This is one that I own physically. This is one that I have been putting off because I just know I'm gonna give it a 5-star. I just know it's gonna be a 6-star, possibly a 6-star, and this is part of a series that I want to definitely finish this year and get caught up in, and I'm talking about The Right Move by Liz Tom Ford. Recently, I heard that is Liz Tom Fordy. Is that right? Because I feel like that's not right. I'm gonna just say Liz Tom Ford until I hear her herself say how she says her last name. But again, you guys know all about this book. This is so popular. Ryan Shea is the book husband of the year, and I just want to be in that club. Like, I just know that it's gonna be amazing, and that's why I've been putting it off, but I definitely want to read it here in November soon because I am trying to finish a series. Then a book that I want to read because it gives me Halloween vibes, not gonna lie to you, but I didn't get to it in October, so I kind of want to get to it in November because I feel like for December it just might be too late. This is Hollow Heathens by Nicole Fiorina. This is a duet, I believe, so once I start this, I'm like starting another series, but it's only a duet, so I'm giving myself some grace. But I've heard nothing but amazing things about this book, and I've heard that the vibes are immaculate. It is just a forbidden, timeless, and haunting love story, and I'm here for it. I've heard raving things about this. I'm excited to get into it. I feel like I've been also putting this off for a while now because I just know I'm gonna love it, and I have read Nicole Fiorina's other books, and I do love her writing, so I've just been putting it off for too long. It's time that I get to it. Next up, these two books. These are the last two books that I have like on my physical TBR. This isn't all the books that I want to read in November, obviously. These are just kind of like priority TBR slash priority TBR. But obviously I will be reading other books on my Kindle and just picking up whatever strikes the mood. These two, I was looking at my shelves and I picked them out. I shopped my shelves and these really stood out to me and I really want to read them. This one though, the more I look at it and the more I think about it, I don't know if I'm gonna get to it, but I'm gonna mention it anyways. This is Brutal Obsession by S. Mastery. This is a dark romance, hockey romance. The hero is crazy. That's all I've heard. He puts the heroine through a lot, and I have just this stunning, beautiful copy that I got at a Polycon. Iffy about starting this because it is a series, so if I start this, like I think there's like 4 books now in the series, so I'm a little iffy now that I think about this, about starting this, because it is a whole ass series, but it is a dark hockey romance, and it says he's a hockey god and she is the one who got in his way. Yeah, it's a bully hockey romance. I know he's a total bully, but it was giving dark romance, so that's why I chose it, and now I just don't know, but it's on my radar. And then last one, which I'm also iffy about because I saw a TikTok the other day about this book that I didn't know, but now I do know, so now I'm iffy. But I'm talking about Filthy Rich Vampire by Geneva Lee. I recently picked this up from my half price. I saw it, it caught my eye, the foiling caught my eye, I read the back and I was hooked. I was like, what is this? This is fake dating, vampire hero, cellist heroine, and they have to like arrange marriage because he needs to get married, and it's an irresistible offer. It's giving all the vibes. And then I heard from that one TikTok that it was like filthy, like it was filled with vampire smut. And I'm just like, this is perfect. And so I downloaded it on KU because I think it'd be easier for me to read this book on my ebook. But I saw that it was a series and I thought, okay, well, I mean, he does have brothers, so I figured it was like interconnected standalones and all the brothers get their like happily ever after. But no, the second book is about the same couple. So now that I know that it's a series and the next book is about the same couple, now I'm iffy about starting it. Because will we not get an HA in this one? Well, no, because the second book is about them. So now I'm just iffy about it. But I really wanted to read this. Like, I added this to my TBR, and then yesterday I saw the TikTok, and now I'm just like, I don't know. But I've heard great things, and I haven't heard anybody talk about this book except that girl on TikTok. So yeah, I don't know, but it's on my radar. It's in my little priority November TBR basket, and I think it looks so cute. And I put it right next to my desk, so I see it every morning, and I remind myself, and I stay accountable because I'm trying to read these books. That's why they are on my TBR. But anyways, that was the last book on my November TBR. Let me know what's on your November TBR. I would love to know. And if you don't want to comment any of that, then go ahead and leave me a dog emoji for my cute little Halloween sweater. Even though it's not Halloween or October anymore, I will continue to wear my spooky sweatshirts. I need to get some holiday Christmas sweatshirts. I need to do that. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.